I'm very honored and humbled to once again represent the residents of Carbon County in the 122nd District here at the State House, and looking forward to the upcoming 1920 session. January 1st will be the swearing in. We're already working in Harrisburg on redrafting some of the legislative proposals that we have focused on last session, and building upon some of the bills that we had passed over the last two sessions. Obviously, we're going to continue to address and focus on the issues that really reflect back into the 122nd, and that is the property taxes is a big issue. We're going to continue to push that agenda to drive more dollars to our local schools and build upon the homestead exemption amendment that was passed 2 years ago. We're also going to be focused on economic growth and job creation, what we can do to continue to create a better business climate here in the Commonwealth. An initiative that I have would deal with uniform construction code officials and how home inspections are done. We want to make sure that everybody is building properly, but that process is streamlined and more convenient to the homeowners and to the developers, that we can actually get these businesses open and up and running and jobs created. Obviously, infrastructure is key. We've written several letters and worked with PennDOT on issues that we feel PennDOT has been negligent in Carbon County over the last 4 years, and we're going to continue to push them to fix the roads and bring them up to a safe standard for the residents. We're also going to be continuing to work on other initiatives with the opioid crisis. We have legislation that would provide a warm handoff wraparound services, or a program called the Blue Guardian Program. It's legislation that I introduced late last session, and we're going to continue to build upon that to model after proven systems where if somebody has overdosed or is dealing with addiction and has used or administered Narcan, we would then follow up and get them into treatment and allow law enforcement to kind of look at that data so they can go out and make sure that the streets are safe. So we're really, it's a broad range of different topics. We're also going to be working on legislation for the tourism industry to make sure that it's a level playing field for our resort owners, as well as our people that rent on Airbnb, to make sure that everybody's collecting the taxes and that's being submitted to just to level the playing field in our tourism and hospitality industry. Tourism is the #1 industry in Carbon County. I'm looking forward to being reappointed to the Tourism Committee and continue to build upon that, as well as the Appropriations Committee, and really making sure that the dollars that are being spent here in the Commonwealth are being spent wisely. Obviously, the governor has already called for tax increases. I don't know, right now we are running a budget surplus this year, and we're looking to make sure that money is being allocated properly before we would ever ask the taxpayers of Pennsylvania to have to put more money out. So definitely want to hold the line on taxes. I mean, it would be hard for me to support any kind of tax increases if we're not dealing with property taxes, and that's the issue that when you talk taxes, for us, it's property taxes. So we really looking forward to working on a broad range of topics and issues, working with my colleagues, working with the governor when we can on initiatives, and opposing the governor if it's something that's not good for the residents of Carbon County. So really excited to get started, and stay tuned, because we will be putting a lot of messaging out as to what's going on here in Harrisburg.